going to do an insight video today. I'm going to talk about source. I've been talking a lot about source creator, source vibration, source frequency a lot over the last few months, and these are all like integral as we start to move through this shifting, this changing, and this transformation. Everything is about transformation at the moment, transforming, dissolving, moving into a different state of being, moving into a different state of awareness and consciousness. And all of this is being brought on by the new vibrations, the new frequencies of source creation and source creator coming online, which is a six-dimensional reality. The six-dimensional reality is the understanding that we're back to oneness, we're back to this frequency of source, and each and every one of us has an essence inside us, and that essence is what allows us to vibrate on a level that we create and manifest reality. And this is what we're moving towards. This is what we're shifting as the vibrations and frequencies open up on the planet. The higher dimensional realities will start to again wants to integrate within the vibration and frequency, and that will happen for individuals depending on what their frequency is, what their vibration is. And this is why I keep talking about the universal law of vibration and frequency and the universal law of oneness, because they're an integral part of shifting of awareness and opening up to consciousness and awareness in a different way, that we start to once again vibrate through our essence, through our source vibration, for our source frequency. And this is the key for many of us, for our reality, for our lives. It doesn't matter what you do in your life and what job you do. It's all about vibration and frequency, and it's about the understanding that once you start to understand your own essence and your source creator, the external reality can be anything that you choose it to be. Now, I'm not talking about like manifestation and the law of attraction in a way that we're all going to be like millionaires and we're all going to be sort of like rich in sort of like monetary way, because that's a 3D reality. And what I'm talking about is a 5D reality, which is where we're talking about like perpetual transmutation. We're talking about energy, and energy works in a different way. Like the abundance of like the universal law, or like of abundance, or abundance in source sort of like reality, is more about the understanding of source energy, of this infinite sort of flow of infinite abundance, of infinite opportunities, and infinite flow of this source energy, this source vibration, that all of us are connected into this eternal moment. And it's the understanding that we as source creators or co-creators with the source energy, what we can do is we can manifest vibrations and three frequencies, and those vibrations and frequencies create reality. And what I mean by that is we can create these different vibrations, these frequencies, to feel different things or to experience different things, and co-create on that fifth dimensional reality. So it's not about necessarily like a lot of people talk about the law of attraction and they talk about abundance, but they talk about it in monetary terms. I'm not talking about sort of like in monetary terms. I'm talking about this essence in each and every being, and the vibrations, and how we can use those vibrations to create reality. So what I mean by that is the universal law of polarity talks about the positive and the negative, and they're both vibrations, they're both frequencies. So like lower frequencies can make you feel like heavier, or they can make you feel sort of sort of like make reality feel heavy. It can make it feel sort of like overwhelming, that kind of feeling. And they're just vibrations, they're just vibrations of consciousness, of vibrations of energy. So like fear, doubt, worry, confusion are all sort of vibrations, and they're part of the universal law of polarity. And they're very much like low, not lower vibrations, but they're just like different vibrations. Everything is vibrations. So I don't like to talk about higher and lower, because it in the source energy and source creation, everything is part of one vibration, one frequency, and what you experience is what you're creating. So when you start creating from the fifth dimension, it's not necessarily about attracting these massive sort of like sort of opportunities in your life where you become a millionaire and you know, your life is in complete sort of harmony in that way, because it's not really supposed to work like that. You know, the 5D reality isn't about money. It's not about sort of like the materialistic world, which is a 3D blueprint. The 5D blueprint is about harmony, union, openness, awareness, consciousness. It's very much around about creating for the collective. So it's not about your individual experience, it's about an infinite experience and the infinite collective, which is the source energy, that we're all born from one source. And what you do is you create and manifest vibrations that are in line and in union with the collective. And the collective sort of like vision for the planet is that we all awaken, that we all transform, and that we all sort of ascend in that way, that we come back to this union with source energy and source creation. So the oneness vibration and the oneness vision is about us living like through our essence, and sort of like creating and manifesting a vision that helps other beings to open up to their essence and open up to their own sort of like source energy and source frequency. So it's about all of us. The pure collective vision for this planet would be all of us vibrating from our source and vibrating in perfect union and harmony for a greater vision for all beings on the planet. But then it would also connect to the infinite sort of vision, where, you know, we connect to all realities and all beings at once, and we flow with them in perfect union to bring higher consciousness and higher awareness to this reality and this realm. And this is the higher collective vision, the higher collective consciousness, and this is what Source Creator is about, and Source Vibration is about. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be happy and you can't create your own piece of heaven on this planet. You can in that way, because what you do is, through your vibrations and frequencies, any kind of challenges or any kind of barriers that come along, you dissolve them by shifting your frequency to shift it to a different vibration. And then what happens is, then it manifests in a different way. So what seemed a barrier is now being dissolved through transformation and transmutation. So you go from one state of consciousness to another state of consciousness. So it's not about this huge vision or this huge shift in reality, where, because a lot of people talk about, with manifestation and the law of attraction, about you need to take these 3 steps to get all this wealth and all this money into your life. And it's not about that. It's about, on the 5th dimensional reality, it's about what is abundance, and what is abundance to you. To me, sort of like, abundance is being in harmony, it's being in union, it's being at peace. They're much more qualities that are much more sort of like valued to me than necessarily having infinite wealth in that way. Wealth is a sort of like, it's a relative term of 3-dimensional reality. As 5-dimensional reality doesn't sort of work in that way. It's more about vibrations and frequencies, and it's about learning that, as a source creator and having a source co-creator, that you have the vibrations and frequencies to manifest reality in a more harmonious way. And that's where it comes from, your inner source vibration and frequency, and your inner source creator. And it's sort of like, then you become powerful, not powerless. As a lot of us, I think, walk around like looking at the 3D reality and feel powerless, or feel like in a state of where we can't change or shift things. But once you come into this vibration, you realize you can, and then it starts shifting, and then you start creating from your vibration, your frequency, every day. And this is where the universal law of correspondence comes in again, because that inner source, that inner correspondence, that essence of knowing that it's all created from within. You can shift and change. I have this many times in my own life where I'm worried about something, or I end up in like that frequency of fear, doubt, worry, and when it comes up, and then if I shift into that source creator, that source vibration, I shift it to a different vibration, a different frequency, where I might shift and change something and look at it in a different way. And when I do that, then it transforms, and it dissolves. When I'm worried about something, it's about sometimes applying, looking at a different vibration where you feel secure, or you feel sort of like in harmony, or you look to like align flow, and you start to look at sort of bringing in intuition, and you bring in you know, a different vibration. And when I'm talking about flow, I'm talking about the flow of the universe, knowing that, you know, that you then look at your own source creator and look in within that energy, within that space, and say, well, what can I create within this? What vision or what different sort of reality can I create that will shift and change that reality? And this is what the source creator does, and this is what the source vibration does. So I create a different reality. So I go from fear, worry, doubt, to harmony, union, peace, security, and I start to realize that I can create that for myself. So I start to look at the energy that's around me, that's affecting me, and then I change it, and I manifest something different by manifesting a different reality, a different vision. And I do that from my source creator, and I do that by looking at the energy around me, and creating a different vibration, a different frequency. um, or you could do it through confidence. You could do it through a sense of knowing. You could do it through, there's many different ways of doing it where you shift it, like, because each feeling, each experience is a vibration. And it's like, what you do is you turn the knob and you tune it to a different one. So when you do that, then you shift and change that reality that's already sort of impacting you. um, and it's a way of sort of like starting to start to develop your relationship with your own inner source vibration and your inner source creator. And I'm trying to talk about it in a practical way, because it's all right, great talking about it in the great scheme of source vibration, where it connects to all the realities and all the dimensions. But we know what can work right here, right now for you. And it's about shifting. So it's shifting your consciousness, shifting your thought patterns, your feelings, your emotions. And you know, look at sort of like, so there's one experience where you're worried, you're fearful, you doubt, there's doubt, fear, worry, confusion. And then, well, you know, shift it and look at what's the ideal outcome that you want, and then shift your energy from there, from your source center, your source vibration, to that reality. And sort of like you know, shift it to that reality, and then start to vibrate as it, start to be that reality, and then you'll start to manifest it, you'll start to create it. That's the shifting. You go into your center, and you sit in your center, in your source center, and think, well, what do I want to create? And then you create a reality. You create the reality of harmony, peace, love, understanding, wisdom, or anything that you're looking for. Or create the reality that you're looking for. I mean, if that's like fear, worry, doubt, what's the opposite to that? And this is where the universal law of polarity comes in, because you can look at the opposite and think, well, that's the highest outcome, so that's the vibration that I'll create. That's the vibration, that's the vision I want to create. So this is what you do. You do it through source visioning, source living, source vibration, source consciousness. And this is where the source creator comes on, and you start to then see, well, actually, that's happening, and that's happening because the 3D blueprint and the material reality, or that external reality, I'm feeling it impacting my vibration. So what can I do to shift and change it? And then you shift and change it to a different vision, a different reality. And you know, this is what you're doing through your vibration, your frequency. And remember, in your source creator, in your essence, there's infinite vibrations, there's infinite frequencies. That whatever frequency you want to create is in that essence, is in that source essence, that source vibration, that source frequency. That's the insight for today.